Hello people and welcome to another episode of Sandmans Tackle Time. Tonight we're going to do the long awaited double pulley rig as promised. Shown to me by a good mate of mine, Geordie Hope. Showed us the rig quite a while back. Fantastic, I was mesmerised when he showed us it. It's a fantastic rig, very strong, very effective. It's been proven time and time again, it really has. It's a good piece of kit. A little bit complicated, but we'll work together and we'll go through it step by step. The rig that I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to go from start to finish, right the way through. What I mean by that is we're going to make the fast link right the way through. We're going to make everything and we'll go from there. What do we need to do the job? We're going to use some the good old faithful £70 Blue Marlin Monroe. We're going to use that as the main rig body. There it is there. We're going to use these guys here. These are the future. You're going to see us talking a lot about these in Sandmans Tackle Time. They're the new power swivels that have been, well, they've been out quite a while, but I'm recently using them a lot more these days. Anyway, that one there's got a breaking strain of £295, and that little guy there's got a breaking strain. I use this for hook snuds. It's got a breaking strain of £100. So when I was using crane swivels before, and I mean I'm not calling these guys, I've used them for years. They're very strong, they're very effective, but they're bulky. That's the fault with them, they're bulky. There's no way on earth that guy there has got a breaking strain of that of £295. Nice, neat, tidy, maybe he's a little bit more aerodynamic. So, in my opinion, these little black power swivels are the future for me. You can purchase these power swivels. I would have thought that Elaine does them down there in Horden, Coast Road Tattle, Moonfleet angling up there in Felon. Andy Rutherford's definitely bought to sell them because that's where I got them from. Rutherford's angling down there in Roker Avenue. North East Tattle Supplies, they've got two shops. I would have thought them in Ryde, and you've got one in Hartlepool. I would have thought them guys selling a little bit more expensive. They're retailing around about the £4.50 mark for 50, somewhere around there. You get what you pay for. And at the end of the day, if you've got a big 10, 15 pound fish on the end of it, you didn't want your gay feeling at the end of the day. I know I wouldn't. Anyway, so that's enough babbling about the swivels. So we've got that. The hook stud that we're going to use today, I would normally use, if it was myself, I'm well into this ASSO at the minute. ASSO Ultraflex. I've got it in 40, 50 and £60 breaking strains. But I'm not going to use that tonight just for photographic purposes, with it being clear. You'll not see it very well on the camera. So just for tonight, we're going to use this bright red £30 Amnesia. I wouldn't normally use £30 on a hook stud, not for this rig anyway, because I don't think it's really strong enough. Maybe for a little gentle lob, yes, but this is like a clip down distance rig if you like as well, and you can belt it. So for me, I would want to make sure it was safe and solid, and I would probably stick up with at least 40, 50, £60 breaking strain hook stud. We're also going to use some pulley beads. There they are there. We're going to use them. We're going to use some normal fluorescent 5mm beads. And while you're there, we're going to use, this is sheathing of 2.5 cooter cable. If it is 2.5, whatever they call it. I've just stripped out the cutter from the inside. There it is there. I've got a little box full where I use. And we're going to use that also. Right then, so no time like the present. Let's make the fast link. Here I've got a piece of 316 grade, 7cm long, stainless steel TIG welding rod. And what we're going to do first of all, as you've seen us do time and time again, we're just going to put that through there, about half the way through the plier, and make an L. Bend that to there. You've now just made that. Go to the other end, and this time we're going to go through the plier nigh on 3/4 of the way through, as you can see. We're nigh on 3/4 of the way through. That part of the fast link needs to be pointing straight at you, nice and flat, straight at you. And what we're going to do is bend that straight around. The part that you're making now is what they call the bait clip. And that's where you should be. Now, get your round nose pliers. I'll just quickly hit onto these before I go any further while I'm onto these. I always have a bit of an apology, I'm sorry. On the last video I said that these were external circlip pliers, and it's been brought to my attention by a few lads on the forum that they're actually internal, not external, if I've got my story right. So when you go into eBay, if you're going to go for these, they are 140mm long internal circlip pliers. I think I've got that right. I hope I've. Not external, internal. They retail for about £11 in coppers, whatever. Very strong, very robust. They're great. Anyway, so we're going to get to that stage there, and about 3-4mm from the bottom of it. Make sure you've got that very tight and bend that round to there. You've now made that. Get a universal plier, and we're coming down to there. That's where you are now. The 80% of the way there, believe it or not. Back in your plier again. Just about halfway through. What about there? Making sure it's nice and flat. We're going to come straight round, as you do. Right round. You're then there. Get your plier, nip it all together, and believe it or not, you've just made yourself a fast link with incorporated bait clip. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get one of these guys, 295 braid and strain, power swivel. We'll clip that on. We have to use a pair of pliers to get this on because this 316 grade is very strong, to say the least. Right, that's where we are. You're now done. You've just made yourself a fast link. Right, we're going to the mono now to make the main rig body. All what I've done here, I've got my spool of blue marlin shocker there. All I've done is I've just get it straight off the spool. I've nipped the mono in between my thumb and my finger. I've pulled it to my left to the end of the nose, and that's my main rig body, and I've stopped there. Then I've went and pulled another length off it, and I've just made a second length. Identical, exactly the same length, same braid and strain, just obviously two lengths. So we'll put one of them to the side, and we're now going to attach the fast link with a power swivel to your main body through the. So you put your mono through the bottom, pull it through about 3.5 to 4 inches. So you're there. 1, 2, 3 through the bottom. You've made your loop. Back through again. 1, 2, 3. You're then there. That's where you are now. Apply gob oil. Get that into there and send that warm. If you've never seen that knot done before and you're new to Sandmans Tackle Time, that is a very neat and tidy knot, to say the least. If you watch the mono actually comes out the same as the way it goes in. It's like a friction knot biting in on itself. Extremely strong, very neat and tidy. I've used it for years. I was shown to me by a very good friend of mine a long time ago, and it's basically that good. I've used it ever since. It's never ever let us down. Very strong knot. Anyway, I've cut the tag end off, so that's where we are at the moment. Yeah, and we're now going to connect directly onto the bottom of that pulley bead. There it is there. Followed by a 5mm fluorescent bead, then followed by your piece of PVC piping, air tubing, whatever you like to call it. So that's where you should be at this stage. We'll then go to the other end, and we're now going to attach a 295 pound, well, we'll just say a power swivel rather than saying all that. Repeat the knot that you've just seen us do. So again, you throw about 3.5 to 4 inches. 1, 2, 3 through the bottom. There's your standard half blood. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. Send that one. And we'll trim off that tag end. Right, and so where we're at now is, there we go, that's where we're at now. Believe it or not, that there is one leg done. So, we'll put that to one side. We'll now quickly grab the other one, and we're immediately going to attach the other length of Blue Marlin 70-pound mono to the the pulley bead, I should say. We're going to attach it directly to there, to that point there. So we'll get that, we'll come straight in through the bottom. That's about 3.5 to 4 inches through. Again, 1, 2, 3, through the bottom. I know it's very repetitive, this, not you hear us saying it a load of times, but it's a must. It's as simple as that. It's got to go in. Right, I'm going to nip off that tag end there. Right, there we go. Right then, so that's where we are now. Now then, we're going to repeat it again. So what you want to do is we need to put a pulley bead on there, followed by a fluorescent 5mm bead. Well, actually it doesn't have to be fluorescent, it can be any colour you want. And the piece of plastic shading, and that goes straight over to there. So you've now ended up with that right there. At the other end of that, again, you're just repeating it again. There is the power swivel, the heavy duty guy, there it is there. We're now going to attach that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's there, that gets nipped up. So, them knots has went really good, they're nice, neat and tidy. It's amazing what you can do with a little bit of gob oil. I think that's why I go through so much Coca-Cola. My mouth's like Gandhi's flip-flop by the time I've made 6 or 7 rigs. Ugh, bone dry. Anyway, we'll persevere. Right then, so we're now at that stage there. And we're ready for your hook snuds. So you've got your fast link with your bait clip coming up onto your pulley beads and various other little bits and bobs. We'll now just put that, I'll just wrap that up just briefly so it doesn't get in the way. We'll put that to one side and we'll now get your hook snuds. Now what I always do is, again, nip it in your finger and your thumb and pull that through to about there. And then nip that off. So you've then got that length. Then get a hold of the whole thing in both hands, like so, and butt it up against each other so you've ended up with that. Nip it again with your finger and your thumb and pull the line through your hands, as you can see I'm doing. You then get to that point there. Now if you snip that there, like so, you've now got 2 equal lengths. Just rub that on me leg a bit to take the kinks out of it. You've now got 2 equal lengths of hook snud. Now we'll go back to the main body. Open that up a bit. And all we're going to do is attach this mono to the power swivels using the same knot in through there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's that one done. And we'll go straight to the other side. And quickly repeat the process again. 3. 1, 2, 3. Right then, so once you get into this stage, what I always like to do is I get the 2 power swivels side by side, as you can see I'm doing now. Put them up side by side and get them as close together as you can. There you are. Finger and thumb again, and run the hook snud through your finger. Just stop before you get to the end. Hold it there and work your way to the end, because what you're looking for, as you can see there's a slight length difference. So get your nail clippers and trim that up. It doesn't have to be bang on, but the closer the better. Anyway, so we've got that bit done. Hooks, what shall we put on? A size 2/0 Sakuma Stinger. There they are there. These are extremely sharp. I bought these down at North East Tattle Supplies quite a while back. There they are there. I'll just move them to the side. Extremely sharp to say the least. And obviously they're carrying the good brand now of the name of Sakuma. Now what I like to do with these hooks is get your pliers and get your hook and go into the jaw and just give it a little bit of a kink. That's all. So that's what you're looking at. If you can just see me make that out. There's a little bit of a kink in it. I just find it helps to hook that fish a little bit easier. That's great, and we've done the same there. Right then, fantastic, we're nearly finished. Move that to the side. Again, using that knot, we'll put that through there, pull that through to 3.5 to 4 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. Please, please, when you're handling hooks, especially these Sakumas, they are extremely sharp. If that hook goes in your hand and it gets past the barb, I'm afraid to say you're on your way to E&E. So please, please, please use caution when you're handling hooks. Because if one goes in your hand, not only are you going to be in a world of pain, but you're going to be as sick as a puff with piles. Right, again, put that through to there. 3.5 to 4 inches. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Right. There we go, happy days. Nip off that. If you've noticed, I've left a little bit, I don't know if you can comment and see it, I've left about 2mm hanging off the end of there. And the reason I do that, if you've never seen that before, that little tag end, when you're putting a worm up onto your hook and all that, that tag end will actually stab into the side wall of your worm and help keep it in situ, rather than you getting a big clump of worm down the bottom of the hook. It'll help keep it up there, which is a bit of a help. Anyway, so that's it, we're finished. Now, with a bit of luck, if I've done this right, we're going to clip a sinker on the bottom of there. Another reason why I like to use these fast links just before I put that sinker on is if you are fishing the heavy ground, there is your rotten bottom, you know yourselves, you know the crack. Your rotten bottom can clip on, and then your sinker is simply straight on to there, from there, as you know, and you're laughing. But for those that's never seen it, I'm actually going to do the rotten bottom. Like I say, we're doing this rig top to bottom, because I'm keeping in mind the lads that have never ever seen a rotten bottom rig before. I know there's loads have, I know that, I know. Right then, so get your rotten bottom rig. This is for the lads that's never seen a rotten bottom rig used before. 1, 2, 3. All I'm doing now is I'm just going to do a standard half blood knot, that's all. Because keeping in mind, all what your rotten bottom rig is a weak link. It's as simple as that, it's nothing more. So we've got that there. You can then attach 1, 2, 3, attach your sinker to it, and that's where you are now. And if I was using mono, obviously, for my weak link, take it from me, there was no way in the world I would ever go up above £12 line. I would use 15 if I had nothing else in the box, but 10, £12 line, nothing more than that, and that's your weak link. That's all you want. Anyway, so you've ended up with there, and what you would do is you clip your rotten bottom onto your fast link, so you like that. Let's just move the mono to the side. Get your gate and plonk that through to there. Run it up the shaft of the rotten bottom and pull your bead over the top, so you're there. You're now sitting like that. Simple as that. Another way you can do it, if you don't like the loop, because I don't like the loop like that, to be quite honest with you, is keep a hold of your sinker and your rotten bottom, hold it like that and spin it. Quickly do that again and spin it. Put your finger on the line in the middle and watch. That's all kinked up, lovely. I'll just move that to the side, put that back through your gate, put that back through your gate and shut that up. Put your bead over, you've now got that. So if you're not a fan of the loop, where the loop could maybe get caught on something, that's all. I'm a big fan of that. I like to do that. That's the way I do it. Anyway, that's like that. Your rig would go out, as I'm about to show you. We'll put this all together actually, that'll be the best bit. I'll just quickly stand up. Right then, so you've got one hook there, and there's your second hook. They would go onto your bait clip, as you can see there. There's your bait clip. And with a bit of luck, if I've done this right, they should all come together nice, neat and tidy. Here we go. Look at that one, absolutely perfect. If you like to have a nice close up with that. So there's your two hooks, I'll move that round. That there connects straight to your main line, that bit there. And there you go. One double pulley rig. Very effective. I must say the least, it's a cracking rig. So like I was saying, for those that's never seen the rotten bottoms, what would happen is your sinker, you've obviously cast it out, your sinker's going through the air, it hits the sea, the force of the water pushes the bead off, and as you can see, you're now on to your weak link of line. Once that stops spinning around, you're now onto your weak line. Once that gets fast, your weak line would snap. It's a bit strong, so that would snap. You would leave the sinker behind, and many a time I've seen my gear coming back, nothing on the end of that. But the main thing is, if you've had a nice fish on the end, you're getting your fish home, especially if you're fishing a match or anything like that. Right, I'll quickly take that off there, and we'll put that sinker back onto there just so I can quickly show you it. Right, and so I'll quickly put that up like that, and there you go. It will be sitting in the water just like that. If I can get that just so I can put that through. There you go. Oh, you can see that fine at home. There's one hook, and there's your second one. And obviously there's your sinker down by there. And that there, my friends, is a 2 hook pulley rig, double pulley rig, if you like. Right then, so that's the end of another Sandman's Tackle Time. Many thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button there on YouTube. It goes a long way with us. Many thanks for all your support out there. I mean, you've been absolutely fantastic. The forum, the group has grown rapidly on a day-to-day basis. I think we're somewhere just under 4,000 members at the moment. The YouTube's just up there. It's just a stupid amount of followers that we've got there. Absolutely fantastic to say the least. Many thanks. And we'll keep these videos coming to you. Just hit that like and subscribe button if you don't mind. Would really appreciate that. Anyway, you've heard enough of me babbling on. Many thanks for watching. You take care out there. Be safe. And I'll see you all on the next episode of Sandman's Tackle Time. Bye bye. £70 blue marlin. It's only £12, shall we say. Trim that down a little bit. Then you would go to the bottom of your rotten bottom rig and you would tie that onto there using a half blood or whatever knot you choose to use. Anyway, I've got that there. I'm just doing this quick. Like to see it. I'll move that. So you're now there. So what you can do is you get your gate and you put the gate through the eye of the sinker like so. Your gate would come round and